I'm Jake Sherrill. I'm the owner of Bel Air Barbershop. I've been the sole owner of this business for 60 years.
So the barbershop is the epicenter for the streets. So Jake Sherrill has the barbershop that's on 17th and Joe Johnson. Now that's across the street from John Henry Hill Housing Projects. That was formerly this notorious public housing unit that Jake ministered to the whole time. He's been there 60 years.
9 out of 10 that you get in your chair, I don't care how bad they are or what they've done in life, they want to hear some positive things. And most positive things I know is telling them about Jesus and what he done. So they'll listen to you.
Well, the barbershop is a place where any kid that grew up in North Nashville knew about. Jake has been there forever, and he's raised many a kid. And I'm a product of that, although I lived over near the church.
Out on the street, I'll ask them, I said, are you affiliated with any church? They said, no. I said, we need to talk about that sometime. I said, when you come to the barbershop so we can talk about it? He said, I'll be in there next week. And then get in here and I invite him to church and tell him that I don't care what problem you have, and God's not interested in what you have done. It's what you're going to do in the future that matters.
The barbershop was just always a place. It's not, you had all things going on in the barbershop, but it was always grounded and rooted through Jake in the church and in God. And you were never commended for anything that you did that was bad. It was always what you did good.
The thing is, when they come to Gordon, they do receive love. But they come in this cadre. They could say, if they came by themselves, maybe they would have a little more difficulty culturally fitting in, because these are mostly guys who are from the streets. But when they say this is one of Jake's guys, that's okay. Because they know that Jake is going to be this mediator between them and the church until they are, I don't want to say conditioned, but until they understand church culture enough to participate in a way that folks are comfortable with.
Sometimes we can be too formal and would drive people away. If you just be down to earth and let them come and express themselves and tell you about their troubles and tell you what they've been in, then when they relax, it's not hard for them. They come in, and then next thing you do is invite them to be a member of the church.
Yes. So there are guys that have been coming to Gordon for 40 years who are now 60-year-old men that Jake introduced to Gordon 40 years ago. And there are guys who are 20 who've been coming 3 years. So, and all points in between.
It's easy for me because I feel comfortable talking about Jesus. And when I find out my customers feel comfortable me talking to them about Jesus, then I get carried away. God got ministry for all of us. Some called to preach, and some called other ministry. So I was one of those in my ministry to show people the way to Christ, and that's what my ministry is. It's a great honor to be the barbershop preacher. I the lady in church last Sunday, her mother come here from down. She said, "This is Brother Jake. He's a preacher. He just hadn't been ordained."